He used to wake up in a warm bed, wear clean clothes, sip coffee before meetings. But one morning, the floor beneath all that comfort collapsed, and he realized comfort is temporary, but pain stays until you change. 12 years of service, and all it took was one meeting, one handshake, one security escort to erase it. He wasn't even angry, just hollow. The house he painted with dreams was now listed for sale. The bank didn't care about memories or the handprints on the wall from his son's birthday. She didn't say much, just packed, cried quietly, and left. Maybe she was tired of surviving, or maybe she'd already given up on him. A man who once managed teams now begged for sleep on benches. Cold nights, no food, and a silence that screamed louder than crowds ever could. He looked in the mirror. That face, once full of ambition, now carried defeat. But in that silence, he whispered to himself, "I'm not done." A local contractor offered him work, minimum wage, back-breaking labor, no titles, no prestige, just a shovel, dust, and sweat. But it was a start. The younger workers laughed at how slow he was, called him old bones. He smiled, not because it didn't hurt, but because he was learning again. After work, he didn't rest. He studied construction codes, watched videos on bricklaying, and read books by flashlight in a garage he shared with rats. Every coin went into a jar. No weekend meals, no luxuries, just grit. He wasn't just saving money. He was building discipline. When rent got too high, he used scrap wood and leftover bricks to build a one-room home. No one understood, but to him, it was his castle. He found others like him, men who were written off, too old, too broken. Together they built more than walls. They built each other. With the money he saved, he registered a business. No celebration, just a smile and a silent promise, "I will never go back to the bench." His first job, a garden wall, simple, rough, small. But when the client shook his hand and said, "Thank you," he felt like he'd won the world. Years later, he sat on that same bus stop bench, same street, same city. But this time, people looked at him with respect, not pity. Every week, he visited that bench, not to mourn, but to serve. Soup, bread, kindness, because he knew the weight of being forgotten. He spoke at schools, not about money, but about mistakes. How falling isn't failure, but staying down is. Today, his company has 80 workers. Not one of them was hired by their resume. He hires people the world gave up on. One day, his grown son walked into his office. Taller now, quiet but proud. They hugged and time stood still. Forgiveness needs no words. He found an old family photo, torn then taped back. Like him, broken once, but not beyond repair. He still worked late, not for wealth, but because somewhere out there, another man is sitting on a bench wondering if his story is over. This time he didn't look away from the mirror. He saw pain, he saw scars, but above all, he saw a man who never quit. Your job title doesn't define you. Your past doesn't own you. But your response, that's your power. Fall, rise, repeat. It's never too late to start over, brick by brick. If this story moved you, share it. Someone you know might be sitting in the dark, waiting for a sign to keep going.